here with Alicia Marie, fitness expert and cause maker. Alicia, thanks so much for being here.
Hi, how are you? Nice to be here.
I remember you from back in the day when you were with BSN, and you know the lineups were down the street to get an autograph from you. You remember those days?
Yeah, you've been around a while then, because BSN was like 2000. Well, it was like 2006. So it feels like it is a long time ago. It just feels like it was yesterday. I call those the heydays of like competitive fitness and bodybuilding, because it was before social media was as pervasive as it is now.
Yeah.
So the only place to really meet the people that you admired in fitness was to go to conventions.
Yeah. The lineups were down the street. I remember you, like, it was crazy. I remember coming by the BSM booth and seeing your line of like literally 100 people were lining up to see you. So
I really did. I mean, the conventions were packed, and it was just so much fun.
You were one of the biggest. You were one of the biggest lines in the convention. Honest to God, I remember walking by and seeing the Alicia Marie line, be like, wow, and now here we are today. So you've now transitioned. For people that don't know, you were in the fitness industry for a long time, but now you're making costume design. Tell us.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. A lot of people ask me, like, kind of like, what did you do? Where did you? I'll always be a fitness person, because that's kind of where I come from, and it's like being active and working out is part of who like I actually am as a person. But I've always made costumes. I've always loved superheroes, like since I was little. In fact, superheroes were how I got into working out. Like I used to see, comic book pictures of like Wonder Woman, like on my wall behind me.
Yeah.
Those images like affected me when I was a kid. I used to like, can women actually look like that? And that's when I started working out. Like long before muscle on women was like popular and the in thing to have and stuff like that. So as I got older, I worked at MTV behind the scenes, but I still competed in fitness competitions because it was a way to like an excuse to push myself and work out more.
Yeah.
But costuming thing was always like in the back of my head, and then one day I got invited to San Diego Comic-Con 2010.
Yeah.
And I said, what if I go, but I dress as like one of my favorite superheroes? And I was like, I'm going to dress as Storm from the X-Men.
Yeah.
And I was nervous because I was like, everyone's going to say, what is this woman doing in this? But I was so well received, and Marvel like flipped out.
Wow.
Because Marvel always has a presence there, and so that's where I started. I was like, I'm going to keep doing this. So now I do video games, television, movies, and of course superheroes, comic books. So
it's
fun.
A lot of people don't know this about you. Like honestly, like from the fitness days, a lot of people would never know that you're into all this like new exciting things. That's great. Tell us a little bit about like your movies. Are you doing anything coming up, or is there anything that people should look out for?
Yes, actually right now it's really I tend to be, and this is going to actually probably come as a surprise to a lot of people. I'm socially awkward like you would not believe. And it's because I have like a little bit of a shy thing going on, semi-shy.
Yeah.
Yes. So being in costume helped me come out of my shell.
Right.
Going to conventions helped me come out of my shell, because I met other people who were kind of as quirky or weird, or had weird sort of obsessions like I did. Star Trek and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I started live streaming.
Right.
And at first I was like, this is going to really kill me, because it's in real time talking to people like us right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to like this. But people are so fun, and it's almost like you're building friendships in a weird way, in a sort of digital friendship thing, that I started streaming on Twitch, which is a live stream platform.
Nice.
And I'm having such a ball with it.
Right.
Because you literally meet people who are specifically into the things you're into, or people who just drive by who want to see what you're up to, and you get weirdos too, but that's part of the fun.
Yeah. So
right now I'm mostly focusing on building my channel and just having it's like live television, pop culture TV. Right. And of course I'm writing another book.
Nice. What's it called?
It's not fitness.
Yeah.
It's horror. It's just I have appearance schedules. I appear at most these days. I mostly appear at either costuming, Comic-Con, or video game events. So I go meet with like fans and fathers and other people who are really into geeky stuff. It's super fun.
Tell us a little bit about your book. Like, what about fitness? Like, give us the, like, what inspired you to write this book? Tell us a little bit about it.
Here's the thing. I've been writing, I went to school for nonfiction, like for broadcast journalism. So nonfiction has always been my writing. Even, I mean, whether it be fitness or, I mean, I used to write dating advice columns for men's magazines under a pseudonym, of course. I did not write in my own name, of course. So this book will be my first foray into fiction.
Nice.
I like horror and scary and creepy things, and I honestly like scaring the crap out of people. So this is going to be like I want to have like an anthology series. So I want to sort of put together a bunch of little stories into one book and then see how it goes. But I'm nervous because unlike fiction, which is, I mean, objective and scientific. With fiction, you're actually putting yourself out there for people to like destroy. So it's nerve-wracking, unlike nonfiction, which is just, it's objective. This is what it is. If you don't like it, that's too bad. But if you tell a story and people are like, wow, that story sucks, and you put like your heart and soul into it, that can hurt.
Are you self-publishing the book, or do you have a publisher?
Self-publisher. I work with a literary agency in New York City. But I'm with them for nonfiction.
Wow. So
this book is all me. They're not with me for fiction. They're with me for nonfiction. So this is going to have to be all me. And I honestly feel like we're in a really great time for creativity. Because you look on like Amazon, there are so many self-published books that people are just throwing up there just to see how they do. I'm just going to see how it does. Because there's a lot out there right now to choose from, especially with, you know, in terms of fiction. So this is just me like actually satisfying an itch I've had my whole life to tell a story.
Tell us a little about the background. I'm sure everybody's wondering, like, where are you right now? I'm just curious. Like, where are you? Are you at home? Is this your office?
About you mean horror films or just like
your background, like in behind you, like all the posters, like you know?
It's truly like my brain threw up on a wall.
Yeah.
So I have the pumping iron to the women.
Yeah.
Because Rachel McLish and Beth Francis. I mean, I remember the first time I was on stage, I think it was 2003, and I got judged by Bev. I remember being on stage and thinking, I'm being judged by the Bev Francis. I remember she told me, she's like, you have to work, you know, you look great, you have great symmetry, but you need to work on your sweeps, like my sweep. And she's like, and also shows your shoulders. If you want to, you know, be, you know, Arnold's ready, you're going to have to work on your shoulders and your sweeps. And I was like, I like green beans. I have Annabelle, the movie. Nice.
Is that a scuba diving? Is that a scuba diving like snorkel and helmet there, like the pink thing? What is that? Is that for like going underwater? Right there, the underneath the poster. What's that pink thing in the background? Is that?
Which one?
On the table.
Oh, you see the masks.
On the other side. Yeah, just bring him here. Show us what you got. Bring that here. Let's see that. Yeah.
It's supposed to light up, but I took all the lights. I broke the lights down because I don't need them yet. But it's actually a prop that I built for a video game character named Jinx.
Whoa.
And even though League of Legends is the video game that the character's from, she's a marksman, which means she's a super sharp shooter, which I am not. But I'm obsessed with what her character is. She's kind of a troll. Right. And there's an area in the game in the middle that's called the jungle, and that's where that's where she kind of hangs out, and she'll come out and snipe you right when you think you're doing well. And so I generally hate her in game because I'm a tank. I like just running through the top, like boom, 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 I'm just bumping into things. But there will always be someone playing Jinx to come and get me. And so when I think of cosplay, like that's the kind of like, I like that sort of energy she brings to the game, and that's how I like kind of face life. Yeah. Kind of like my adventure, like just kind of go in there and like surprise the hell out of people. Why not?
Do you ever get nervous? Are you ever like nervous to do things?
Like what?
Are you ever nervous to do things? Like what do you get nervous about?
This cosplay?
In general, like in your work, do you ever get nervous about doing anything right now?
No, but I will tell you this. In the beginning, I so was.
And what did you do?
Because
what did you do?
Like everyone, like self-doubt, fear.
Yeah.
Everyone with anything, not even just cosplay, like fitness, competing, people I talk to and ask me questions. People are their own worst enemies. They get in their head and something little in there, maybe something from their youth, maybe it's something they remember a kid in their class saying in 5th grade and it affected them all the way up to age 29. That little thing in their head tells them they can't do it over and over and over and over again. And or even better, it sits here and it gives you excuses why you shouldn't or why you can't or, this might happen. And that's how people end up never doing anything. And I have that little person in my head that tells me you shouldn't do that, you can't do that, people are going to say this, people are going to say, I have to force it back. So I know that if I do it, I have to force it down that everyone else is kind of doing the same thing. So when I talk to people, and I do a lot of like panels on like cosplay and getting into costume making at different conventions, and invariably I will always get that question to raise your hand saying, how do you deal with like I want to cosplay, but how do you I'm nervous and scared. How do you deal with like worrying what people will say? And I'm like, with everything, someone is always going to have something to say, regardless. You might as well just do whatever the hell you want anyway.
So what is your secret, like, to perform, like, to get yourself in that zone? What is your secret to do that, to push it down? What's your performance secret?
What is my secret to perform, to get myself in that zone? Wow. I don't truly believe that I have intrinsic confidence. I kind of have to build it. I kind of have to... I want to say positivity, but that sounds so simple. So people are like, what do you mean positivity? What do you mean positivity? I kind of I give myself a pep talk before anything, even before I got on stage, like back in the day. I used to have this narrative like running in my head, like when I walked on stage, and then you walk on, and then you turn to the front and you face the judges and you smile at all of them before you start your walk toward them. I used to have this thing in my head. I used to say, you think you've seen something, watch this. And I said that before I go to every single stage performance I ever did. I would turn around, you walk, then you turn and look at the judges, and right in your head you say, you think you've seen something, watch this. And you will tear it up no matter what. Fitness routines, obstacle course I used to do, I always had that sentence in my head. And whenever I used to train girls who were getting ready for competition, I would tell them to say the same thing, like literally say it in your head. It will change the entire way you feel about being on stage and about yourself. So I think that everybody needs that little thing, whatever it is for them, that little pep talk that kind of keeps you going like every day, because it's really easy to get down on things you do and the things you've done. It's really easy to be truly negative about yourself, especially now because the world we live in with social media and everyone having access to you and how you feel about yourself. I think that me just super like forging ahead, staying positive, not kind of being gentle with myself and letting myself fail sometimes, but always focusing on the positive and getting the heck back up.
Do you have a mentor or somebody that you looked up to?
I'm sorry?
Did you have a mentor, like, over the years? Have you had, like, a mentor or somebody that you looked up to or could call upon for help or questions or thoughts?
Did I have a mentor? This is going to sound really weird. Superheroes.
Huh?
Superheroes!
Yeah?
Have you ever read any of the She-Hulk comics?
No, I haven't. Not recently.
She's amazing!
Yeah?
She's amazing.
Okay. Tell us about that.
Growing up, I was the only person who even liked comic books because of that, I was treated like a true weirdo my whole life. Everyone's like, "Oh, that girl, she's really strange. Like, she's like doesn't know how to put on makeup, and she looks weird, and she's like reading those stupid comic books, and she's like in 12th grade." She-Hulk influenced me so much because she was big, green, and built. And she was smart. She was an attorney. And she would talk back to people. And she was so confident. And I used to love how Jennifer Walters related to people. And I was like, when I was a kid, I was like, that's how I want to be to people. Like, she was 7 feet tall, green. And, like, she would flex. And back then, that was really weird. You know, like, why does this woman have muscles? What's up with that? And she loved being She-Hulk. Even though she could, change back to Jennifer Walters, she loved when she could be She-Hulk. Wow. Like, she was like, yes, because when she's Jennifer, she was a normal person. And she's so confident as She-Hulk, and she kind of, even though she looked different and people gave her weird looks when she walked down the street and did things, she was so proud of like what she was and who she was and what she can do when she was She-Hulk. That when I was growing up, I always kept in the back of my head, like, if I could just not let the world stop me, I can just be my She-Hulk.
Where would somebody, if I'm watching this and I want to get in touch with you, where do I go? Like, do I go to your Snapchat, Instagram? Like, if I want to get a response from Alicia Marie, where's the best chance I'm going to go? Where should I go?
Yeah, Instagram works. Instagram mailbox definitely got flooded a bit because of costuming. People like costumes, and so. But Twitter's good because I'm sort of slow on Twitter, so Twitter's always good. Instagram's good though. I've started being better at getting to. What'd you say?
Just plug it. Tell everybody.
Handle?
What's your Twitter? What's your Instagram? Let them know. Just throw it out there.
I'm Alicia Marie Body. And it's because I used to do fitness camps, and that was the name, so I've kept it forever. But it's Alicia Marie Body across all platforms, and I kind of like talking to people, so feel free to write to me and talk to me.
Are you still taking like supplements these days? Are you still into that? Tell us a little bit about that. Like, are you using protein, fat burners, anything at all?
I have my top 5 supplements that I take. Let's run through them, Alicia. I take a multivitamin every day because it's important. Multivitamin, BCAAs because I still work out. Obviously, omegas, because I need the fats, digestive enzyme, and glutamine.
Nice.
Those are my top 5.
Nice.
And then, as far as food, protein, of course.
How often would we catch you in the gym these days? Are you there 7 days a week? How many days a week are you in the gym?
4.
Only 4.
That's it.
What do you do when you get there?
4.
Are you doing any cardio or just straight weights? Tell us a little bit about that.
At this point, like, when I was competing, it was all about, I'm tall and skinny. Like, genetically, my mother's 6 feet tall and 127 pounds.
Wow.
So my mother looks like olive oil. So those are the genetics I have to work with. So when I was working out for competition, I used to have to eat, lift heavy, eat, lift heavy, no cardio. Now I'm just about like lifestyle, but still maintaining a little bit of fit look sort of thing. But I can't spend all the time that I used to spend in the gym now because I have other things I'm doing. So what I do now is I do what I call like Alicia's sort of 3-day split, which is like chest and triceps, back and biceps, and glutes and legs all in one day. I do abs 2 or 3 days a week. I do cardio 3 days a week.
Nice.
Because I watch anime when I'm doing cardio.
Of course.
So
I do the same thing. I'm on the same thing. Anime, cardio, right? 100%. 100% makes sense. Totally.
So there's certain anime series that I only allow myself to watch at the gym, and that forces me to go to the gym. I go, I watch My Hero Academia, I watch Fate Stay Night, I watch Food Wars. By the way, if anybody wants to know a good anime series to watch, you should be watching My Hero Academia or Noboku Academia. It's a very, very good series. Even if you don't really like anime, you would love that series because it's all about being stronger and getting in shape. Like all the students, they're all training to be superheroes.
Before we wrap up, anything at all you want to cover?
Anything I want to cover? I think I will say this: I get a lot of questions regarding fitness, and I tell people, come into my Twitch channel, it's on twitch.tv, Alicia Marie Body. Twitch was originally a video game live stream platform, and I used to stream video game play for like 3 years. I streamed like World of Warcraft, Dead or Alive, Soul Calibur, Heroes of the Storm, other games, Battlefield Hardline that would come out. I would just live stream them. People would watch me play and call me names and whatever else. But Twitch now has a section that is just for like in real life, and it's called Twitch IRL. Wow. And it's basically like Facebook Live, but more structured, better resolution. The platform is meant for live streaming, so it's just it's better. So me, I want everyone to come and talk to me and hang out and ask me questions about anything. Fitness, freaking cosplay, horror movies. We talk about everything. We unwind for like 2 hours and just chat with the people in chat and myself and my friends that usually join me. I'm in stream.
Nice.
So that's why I tell them, like, ask me anything, like anything. I like talking to people about people and being really nosy.
Okay. Listen, you have been an amazing guest. Honestly, you're incredibly passionate, exciting, charismatic. Thank you so much for coming on Perform.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Mr. Ball, like Sam, be good.